This video will help you set up two important things that you're going to use throughout the semester. The first thing, we're going to set up a new Gmail account regardless of how many emails account you have in Gmail. So create a new Gmail account using a bogus first name and a bogus last name following my directives. For the first name, you want to use the first three letters of your last name followed by the first three letters of your first name. So notice what I have set up for my first name is Art Gab, because those are the first three letters of my last name followed by the first three letters of my first name. For the last name, everyone in the class will have the same last name. It's going to be the section letter that you enroll in, followed by the semester, either fall, spring, or summer, followed by the Roman numeral that represents the year of your semester. So I have done it for fall 20. So I have the letter of a section, A or B, followed by fall XX that represents 20. If you are in the year 21, XXI, and so on. Make sure that you enter information to be able to recover your account just in case anything happens throughout the semester, because we're going to need to use this Gmail account throughout the semester. When you set up your password, make sure that you set up a password that is easy to remember, and it doesn't matter for this email, you're just going to use it for this course. So just write it somewhere where you write all the information for the course. After you accept the policies for the Gmail account and you see that your inbox appears, you're going to move on to Wix.com and set up your account for Wix.com and start our first website and only website for the semester. So in Wix.com, you want to use exactly the Gmail account that you had just created, because Wix sends you a lot of junk mail to your email and for other reasons that we're going to see in the future. So use the Gmail account that you have just created to set up your user account in Wix.com, and make sure that you double check by going back to your Gmail and seeing that you remember the name that you have set up correctly. Perhaps for the password, you want to use the same password since these two accounts are strictly related to each other and you're going to use them throughout the semester. This Wix website that we're going to get started today is your portfolio for the semester that is going to be submitted for your final exam. We want to start a new Wix website using the editor, and we want to select this blank template that I'm pointing at and opening. It's the one that has a top menu and text. This is going to be a good layout for us throughout the semester for what we want to do. Pay attention to what commands you have, and then on the upper right hand side corner you have one that says preview. Preview allows you to see the website the way a visitor to your site will see your content. Click on the contact web command at the top, and notice that this is the form a person that visits your website would fill out if they wanted to get more information or contact you somehow. You are not likely to have this situation, but nonetheless we're going to set it up. The information we're going to use is going to be related to the university, so please do not put any personal information. You click on the green button on the top that says back to editor, and you're going to click on the map, and it's going to open this dialog box where I'm entering the address and the name of the school. So for the address, we're going to use 900 4th Street Mall, Honolulu, Hawaii 96813, which is the location of our classroom. You're going to then click on the text box, and it kind of works like PowerPoint, that you click on a text box and you can edit the text that is there. You do not want the phone number, you do not want the email, and you repeat the address for our school. So 900 4th Street Mall, Honolulu, Hawaii 96813. At this point, you want to save the work you have done, and it's going to ask you for a name. This is going to be your URL. So I recommend that you use your first name followed by the word portfolio. No spaces are allowed in URL names. That's the URL that you would share with anyone to visit your website. Notice that on the top next to the Wix word, you have a pull down menu that allows you to navigate through the different web pages so you can edit them. go to the home page, and this is the last web page you're going to edit right before submitting this for your final exam. Make a note to yourself so you don't forget that when you're working through the semester on your website, that we'll edit that during the week of finals. Then go to the page that reads About. That one is going to be our template. You're going to duplicate it every time that I assign a new web page for this portfolio. So make a note to yourself that that is what you're going to be using this web page for. Notice that on the left hand side you have several commands, and the top one allows you to navigate through the menus and pages. Each one of your top menu commands is a different web page, and here there's one that has a pull down menu that is called Gallery. We do not want the Gallery web page, and we do not want the Services web page. So if you click on the ellipsis that is all the way to the right next to the name of the web page, you are able to access commands. You want to click on the delete command, double check that you're deleting the correct one, and like I said, you don't want to have Services and Gallery. Now we're going to click on the ellipsis next to the About web page, and you want to rename that to Template. After you rename it to Template, you want to click on the ellipsis and duplicate that web page. Finally, you're going to go to the upper right hand side corner and click on Publish, because that is what makes your website available for others to see. And you're set for the rest of the semester.